So I want to talk about separability, and from then I want to say a few things about reflexibility. So I mean, reflexibility will done in, it will be defined in the presentation, one of the presentation. So the first thing I want to say is okay, let me make some fact. So one first thing is, this is C of x. X is a compact metric space. It's important that it's a metric space. But a general Hausdorff space, this need not be true. This is not true, I think. I think it's the other way. C of x compact metric space, then C of x is separable. I think it's the other way is also true. C of x is separable, then x is metrizable. Okay. But anyway, for this way, so this will follow from Stone-Weierstrass theorem. So I will remark either he can do it, or I will remark after that after the presentation of Stone-Weierstrass theorem, and it will be clear. I mean, for if you have C01, for example, then polynomials with the rational coefficients are dense and they are countable. And here we have to find similar such things using the Stone-Weierstrass theorem. We have to find a family of a subalgebra which separates points, which contains constant. So we can, so when we have an abstract metric space X, how do you find continuous functions are there? The metric itself gives continuous function. Okay, so if you have fix any X in X, so X is a compact metric space. Okay, I'll erase this. And then it's separable. If any compact metric space is separable. Okay, so there exists a countable dense subset. Okay, so there exists Xn, Nn contained in X dense. Okay, then you can define a function Fn at X equal to d of Xn X. Then you take the rational. I mean, if you want complex rational, or then you take the conjugates also if you wish. No, this is positive function, so it's okay. So you take the rational linear combination of these functions. That will satisfy all the properties, all the conditions of Stone-Weierstrass theorem. So it will be dense. So it is true for any. So I will anyway talk about it again, or the person who is presenting can talk about this. So C of X is separable. The second one is C of X contained in any LP X. We are assuming X is compact metric space. Then this is dense there. So this will follow because, so to say C of X is separable, we have to prove that we can approximate any simple function by continuous function, or we have to say that we can approximate any indicator function by continuous function. So suppose if we have a set E contained in X measurable set, Borel measurable set, or we say that E is Borel sigma algebra of X, then there exists compact, X is compact, so there exists we have proved this by the regularity. So mu is a finite measure. I mean, LPX, I have to say what is mu. So mu, where mu is finite measure. There exists compact K contained in X and U, which is open. Compact K compact and U open. Okay, open. Such that mu of U minus K is less than epsilon. Okay. So by regularity, we can get this. So now by Urysohn lemma, you know Urysohn lemma, there exists a function, there exists a there exists a f. Given epsilon, there exists a f continuous. Okay, on it, I mean, if in C of X, such that f restricted to K equals 1 and f restricted to U complement is 0, and f is between 1 and 0. Okay. This is what is Uri's lemma. You know, using that you can define this function dxk by dxk plus dxu complement. Both are, this function will give, this is such a function. Okay. So we have an f like this. Now you do something. I mean, then it's an exercise. Then you use this function to get a function which approximates in LP. You have to find epsilon power b, do something, and you can approximate it. So I leave it as an exercise. So this implies that C of x is dense there. C of x is dense in LP now. That's what you want to do. C of x is dense in LP now. But then,
Sir, you have written K subset of X. It should be K subset of E.
K subset of E, correct. K subset of X is it's also X, but you want K subset of E. Okay. So we have a countable dense subset of C of X, which is dense in C of X in the uniform now. But something converges in uniform, it will converge in LP by Lemaitre-Dominated convergence. So whatever the countable dense subset we have in C of X will be dense in LP also. Okay. So rest is exercise to prove that LP X mu is also separable. I have given the reasoning for all this. Okay. Okay. So we know that LP is also separable, but L infinity is not separable. Well, L infinity of a reasonable infinite measure space is not separable. For example, L infinity is not separable. Everyone knows the proof of this. You just consider sequence with xn in L infinity such that xn equal to just 0 or 1. It's all those sequences. You consider the xn is 0 or 1. S equal to all those xn such that xn is in 0 or 1. So this set is uncountable. Okay, if you have studied countability, uncountability, this is the first example of a set which is uncountable. Okay, this will prove, I mean, using this you can prove that real numbers are uncountable. Any sequence of zeros and one, this is uncountable. So but then this, and if you take any xn yn in S and xn not equal to yn, that means it should differ in some coordinate. So then xn minus yn, this norm, L infinity norm, will be equal to 1 because it will have an supremum will be 1. Okay. So because of that, all these things have a norm which is, I mean, so we cannot have, I mean, given in, so this is an uncountable set. Each between them, the distance is 1. So you cannot have a, I mean, you cannot have a countables. I mean, if you take an epsilon open ball around this, you cannot have all the functions around that. You need uncountably many functions. So this implies L infinity is not separable. Okay. Similarly, you can prove that L infinity of any interval 0, 1 is not separable. In fact, you can prove that any non-atomic space, the L infinity of that is not separable. Okay, so reasonably any infinite measure space, the L infinity of that measure space is not separable. So why I do all these things is to prove the following theorem. The theorem is, if X is a Banach space, you don't need it to be a Banach space. You don't need it to be a Banach space, but let it be a Banach space. You can take just non-linear space because X star is a Banach space always. If X star is separable, then X is separable. Okay. Okay. To corollary to this is, if we know that, so this I have already mentioned, I'm just doing it again. We know that L1 star equal to L infinity. Okay. But then if L infinity, I mean, if, but then L infinity star is not equal to L. The reason is, if so, then since L1 is separable, L infinity will also be separable. Then L infinity will be separable. Okay. which is not the case. Okay. So this means that L1 is not reflexive. All other LP spaces are reflexive. The LP star is LQ and LQ star is LP for Q strictly greater than 1. But when P equal to 1, this is not true. This is not reflexive. So the definition of reflexive will come later. Okay? So I want to prove this proposition. If X star is separable, then X is separable. Okay. So X star is separable. So let some phi n be a countable dense subset. These are linear functional on X. So, and as in the space of linear functional, they are dense. Okay. Now, phi n is a linear functional. So, choose xn in X. Okay. Such that phi of xn with norm of xn equals 1. Okay. This norm of phi n is the supremum of mod of phi of xn, where xn ranges over all everything in the unit ball. So that is the supremum. So there will exist a xn such that phi of xn is greater than norm phi n by 2. I mean norm phi n minus epsilon. There will exist a xn such that mod phi of xn is greater than norm phi n minus epsilon. Let me take that to be phi n by 2. Okay, norm phi n by 2. So such a xn certainly exists. So the claim is, what is the claim? The claim is you take, if you want to take the span of xn, it's not the real span. The span of xn, or let me write as linear combination, not span. Span is misleading. So let x equal to, let s equal to linear let me write this and I will explain what it is. Okay, complex rational linear combination, complex rational linear combination, complex linear span, or we can say complex rational linear span of this xn. Okay. To take summation lambda I xi finite linear combination with lambda I, where the both real part and imaginary part both are rational numbers. Okay, so this is the rational complex number. I take the linear span over rational complex numbers of this xn. So now the claim, this is dense in X. Okay. Okay. So to prove something is dense there, we have to prove that the closure is equal to that. If we take the closure, then that is equal to X itself. Suppose the closure is not a proper subspace, then there will exist a linear functional which is 0 in that subspace. This is by Hahn-Banach theorem, which is one of the corollaries of the Hahn-Banach theorem we have proved. The corollaries of the Hahn-Banach theorem is, if you take a proper subspace, then there exists a linear functional which takes the value 0 in the proper subspace, and it's a non-zero. There exists a, so if we take again span, or we take just the closure is enough, because if we take the, when you take the closure, all complex linear span will come anyway. Suppose the S closure contained in X is proper. Okay, X closure is not equal to X. Okay, then, or we take any linear functional which vanishes in S bar, or let me say something like this. So it is enough to prove this. I'm saying this. Enough to prove if phi is in X star and phi restricted to S equals 0, identically equal to 0, then phi is 0. Okay. Phi restricted to S is 0, then phi is 0. It's enough to prove this. Right? Suppose if this is not the case, I mean that I'm saying that to prove S closure is pole of X, it is enough to prove this. If this, I mean, if S closure is not equal to X, then we will be able to find a linear functional which vanishes on S closure. Okay, but it is not actually non-zero. Okay? So if we prove that all linear functional which vanishes in S is 0, then we are done. Okay, that is what I'm saying. Okay. So now to prove this, what will I do? So now phi is in X star. So there exists, so proof of the claim. So since phi is in X star, there exists a phi and k, okay, so, which converges to this phi, right? Now norm of phi minus phi and k, okay, is certainly greater than, since norm of x and k equals 1. Norm of xn equals 1. We have taken all norm of xn equal to 1. So norm of x and k is also equal to 1. So this is the norm. Norm is, I mean, if you take anything of unit norm, then the norm of the linear function is greater than the phi modulus of the phi evaluated in that. So phi minus phi and k evaluated in x and k. Okay. Now we know that this is equal to, now phi and k, we assume that phi of x and k is 0. Okay, phi restricted to x and s is 0. So phi of x and k is 0. So this is equal to norm of phi and k acting on x and k. Now we have assumed that that is greater than or equal to norm of phi and k divided by 2. Okay, now we know that this goes to 0. That is our assumption. So this will go to 0. Okay, so phi and k goes to 0. So but phi and k converges to phi. This implies phi equals 0. So we are done. So that is what we want to do. So we have proved that if x star is separable, then x is separable. And so this implies that L1 is not reflexive. Okay. So that's what I want to do on separability. Since nobody has taken this topic, I have just done that. If you have any question about this, if you have questions, I mean, not about this or something else, then I will stop recording. Okay, then we can ask. If you have any question on this, you ask me.
Sir, is there any easy way to characterize the dual of L infinity?
L infinity dual is very complicated. I don't know. I have that there is I don't know. It's a non-separable Banach space. So there is, I don't know whether there is a easy description, but there is a description. People know something about it, but I don't remember. I've seen it in some book. Sorry.
Okay, sir. And another thing, in the proof that you showed, the LP is separable.
Right.
So there, I mean, X is a compact metric space. Without that also you can do, right? If it is just given to be a sigma finite measure on some algebra, then also I think
measure, LP is measurable. Yeah, LP is separable, right? That's right.
yeah, but then you cannot use this continuous functions and all that. You
Correct.
need to use something else.
Correct. You have to do something else. This is one way of doing this. I just want to give examples, right? I don't want to. Sure, you are right. LP of any sigma finite measure space is also. I mean, LP of any sigma finite measure space can be approximated by, can be written as LP of that finite measure space, no?
Yeah, but again, for those finite measure space, I mean, there is no topology. So
There is no
group
topology, but if you want to work with some sort of real line or Rn, then you can do that. I mean, in general, it's not a general, yeah, you can do it. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So, anything else?